Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. Hi, my name is RAFIQ, and today my team and I have chosen the topic Black Lives versus All Lives, which should be more important. Before starting, I want to ask a question to every one of you guys. Have you ever heard the term Black Lives Matter? This statement, Black Lives Matter, emerged as a rallying cry and social justice movement in response to the systemic racism and disproportionate violence and discrimination Black individuals face in various aspects of their lives. The action highlights the need to address Black communities' specific challenges and issues. It seeks to bring attention to the historical and ongoing oppression and inequality in they experience. It does not, I repeat, it does not imply that Black Lives Matter more than other races. It is just a simple response, a very simple response to the specific challenges, injustice, inequality, and the systemic racism that Black community face throughout their whole lives. Thank you.
I apologize for the interruptions, Mr. Amir. Before that, I'm going to introduce myself. I'm AKIMI. Now, I quickly let you know that the phrase Black Lives Matter could imply that other lives do not matter. But rather, it's highlight the specific challenge and injustice that faced by the Black community. It is a movement that seeks to address a systematic racism, social inequality, disproportionate violence, and discrimination against Black individuals. The terms all lives matter is a statement that recognizes the inherent value and dignity of every human life, regardless of race, gender, ethnicity, and any other characteristics. The sentiments behind all life matter. Indeed, it's rooted in the belief that every individual's life is valuable, that should be treated with respect. To summarize it, I promote the idea of equality, fairness, and inclusivity for all of us. Thank you.
Interesting that you say that, Mr. AKIMI. Now, let's talk about historical injustice. I'm HANIS, and I'm going to talk about historical injustice. Historical injustice is the past moral wrong committed by the previous people that has long impact on the current living people. Black people has faced a long history of slavery, segregation, discrimination, and violence that affect their socio-economic status. The movement Black Lives Matter aims to address and rectify the historical injustice and systemic bias that continue to affect Black communities. The proof of historical injustice to Black people is everywhere and well documented through historical record, documentaries, and personal testimony. For example, Jim Crow era. Black people's community in United States has undergone Jim Crow era, which imposed racial segregation and even after slavery was ended. Law requiring separate school and public facilities for Black and white people, promoting racial inequality and restricting opportunities for Black people. The struggle faced by Black community has shaped the fight for equality and justice, leading to significant social and legal reform. It is crucial to acknowledge and learn from this injustice, promoting understanding, empathy, and commitment to dismantling systemic racism. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Hanis. That is a great point, but how about injustice towards other races? So I'm going to talk about Asian discrimination. My name is AMIR. So even now, the hatred towards the Asian communities is not going away. So in recent years, there has been a rise in incidents of hate crimes, harassment and discrimination against the Asian communities. So this surge of anti-Asian sentiment can be attributed to various factors such as stereotypes, misinformation, historical prejudice, and even geopolitical incidents, geopolitical tensions. So moreover, misinformation and the spread of false narrative of the Asian communities have fueled anti-Asian sentiment. So this was particularly evident during the COVID-19 pandemic, where Asians were unjustly scapegoated and blamed for the global health crisis. So the association of Asians with the virus, coupled with the prevalence of conspiracy theories, further fueled the discrimination and the hate towards the Asian communities. Here are a few key points to consider. So another point is police brutality towards other races. We all can see how the enforcement reacts to all other races. So that's all from me.
What you said about police brutality, Mr. Hamid, reminds me of the passing of George Floyd. My name is HADI. Okay, back to George Floyd. He is 46 years old at that time. And he was a black man, and he was detained by Minneapolis police officers after a store employee accused him for the using of counterfeit $20 bill. A video taken by a bystander captured the arrest, showing Officer Shelby pressing his knee on Floyd's neck for over 9 minutes. Despite Floyd's pleas to breathe, the police officer just ignored it. Imagine that for over 9 minutes. Floyd became unresponsive and pronounced death at any nearby hospital. What a pity, man. The incidents involving Trayvon Martin, Michael Brown, Eric Garner, and other black individuals also have become pivotal moments that brought systemic racism within law enforcement. Proponents of police reform argue that these incidents are not isolated cases, but rather indicative of a broader pattern of misconduct within law enforcement. Overall, it is a critical part of the ongoing dialogue about reforming the criminal justice system and achieving equality and justice for all black people. In the pursuit of progress and justice, let us not only engage by debates, but also strive to take tangible actions that dismantle systemic barriers and create a future where every individual is valued, respected, and afforded equal opportunities.
Yes, indeed, Mr. Ali. We have witnessed instance that people have disproportionately suffered from police brutality. I am ARIF, and I want to state that it is essential to confront this harsh reality. However, we must also learn that police brutality does not discriminate based on race and ethnicity. It affects all of us, regardless of our skin color. There are numerous cases where individuals from diverse racial backgrounds have fallen victim to police brutality. Take for example, the tragic case of Tony Park, a white man who died after Dallas police restrained him during a mental health disease, despite him pleading for help. Another one is Jim Boyd, a native American descent who faced a similar fate. One campaign him encountered a police officer, and despite agreeing to surrender and comply with the officer order, he was shot and killed after a standoff. In 2020, Michael Thomas, a Hispanic man, was shot by police while he just in his car unarmed. It is also essential to note that police brutality extends toward the Asian community. A video from 2020 surfaced showed that police in Paris, France, brutally assault young ZUHAIR, a Chinese man, by kicking and pressing button while he was on the ground. These cases highlight and emphasize that police brutality is not confined to any particular nation or ethnic. It concerns race and ethnicity, impacting individuals from various backgrounds. Thank you.
I beg your pardon, Mr. ARIF. All this police brutality starts due to racial profiling and discrimination. Hello, my name is NOOR. Black people often face racial profiling, bias, and discrimination in various areas of their life, namely education, employment, housing, and the criminal justice system. The movement seeks to raise awareness about this issue and advocate for equal treatment and opportunities for all individuals, regardless of race and ethnicity. As you guys can see, there are a lot of videos showing that black lives tend to get so much hatred and being bullied by white people just because of their skin. You can just search on YouTube or write hashtag Black Lives Matter, then boom, you found everything all over it. Throughout the whole history, Eurocentric beauty standards have been so biased, they be promoting lighter skin tones as more desirable and superior. This has led to marginalization and stigmatization of individuals with darker skin. To repeat myself of what I mentioned just now, black people have faced systemic racism and discrimination a long time ago, which can contribute to the increased vulnerability to bullying. Stereotype, justice, and ignorance can fuel negative attitudes and behavior towards black individuals, leading to bullying or harassment. With all being said, I stand still with my thoughts. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, pardon my intrusion. My name is AMIRUL, and let me talk about the principle of all life matters. Ms. IZYAN, interesting that you mentioned about racial profiling and also discrimination, which brings me to my point. The principle of all life matters acknowledges the specific struggles of the black community due to racial profiling and discrimination, while emphasizing the importance of inclusive approach that address discrimination experienced by individuals from all races, from all backgrounds. It also recognizes that racial profiling and discrimination are not isolated issues, but are interconnected societal problems that affect individuals of all various races, ethnicities, genders, sexual orientation, and also socio-economic status. By embracing the principle of all life matters, we strive to dismantle systemic bias and also inequalities that perpetuate discrimination, benefiting not only black community but also marginalized communities. This comprehensive approach aims to create a society where everyone is treated with equity, justice, and dignity, regardless of race or background, fostering a future where discrimination has no place in our shared journey toward equality. It is essential to recognize that discrimination also extends beyond racial line, as exemplified by the discrimination faced by Muslim people who belong to different races and ethnicities. In order to create a society that upholds justice, equity, and also dignity for all, we must address discrimination in all of its forms and foster a future where no individual is subject to unfair treatment based on their races or background. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Azmeer'S gave us a good statement about the discrimination faced by Muslims. But I need to disagree with that. Hi, my name is
Firdaus people, while it is true that all life matter and that discrimination and injustice affect people of various races and religions, it is important to address the specific challenges faced by black individuals and communities. According to statistics, Islam is the most growing religion nowadays. Can one turn from black to white? No. Can one convert into a Muslim or non-Muslim? Yes. Muslim can grow and become the majority, hence stopping the oppression. Teenagers nowadays who have darker skin blame their genes and their parents because they cannot change who they are. The color sticks with you until your last breath. But if you are non-Muslim or Muslim, you can change your identity by conversion. Acknowledging and addressing these disparities does not negate the importance of other life or diminish the struggles faced by individuals of different races and religions. Instead, it highlights the urgent need to address the systemic issue that perpetuate racial inequality and injustice. Furthermore, the phrase Black Lives Matter does not exclude or diminish the experience of other marginalized groups. In fact, it serves as a reminder that systemic racism and discrimination exist and require attention and action. By focusing on the challenges faced by black individuals and communities, the movement aims to bring awareness, empathy, and change to the structural barriers that hinder their socio-economic progress. By acknowledging and working to dismantle the systemic barriers that disproportionately affect black lives, we can move closer to a more just and equitable society for all. Recognizing and addressing the specific challenges faced by black individuals and communities does not undermine the struggle of other racial or religious groups. Rather, it fosters a collective effort towards achieving economic justice and equal opportunities for all. That's all from me. Thank you.
I think that we can have some time to discuss within the groups. So our group and your group will discuss to conclude who's the winner here. Then you can start with your own groups first. I think that both of your points are really strong, so we can actually fair copy topic. Because when he stated about the religion stuff, I think that's not a very strong opinion.
Two different aspects.
Yes, it's between race and religion, not. It's not.
Your identity can change your religion, but not your identity.
I also like this. I think that we have really strong points. So, hi, how about you guys?
Are you guys done?
We think that we okay with, I think that we can clear that we win the points that we have given to you. So you guys will take that. Okay, so we will send our representative, Mr. Firdaus, to conclude everything. Firdaus, you may.
Hi, standing me here again to conclude our debate conversation. At its core, the Black Lives Matter movement seeks to highlight and address the persistent inequalities and life disparities that disproportionately affect black individuals and communities. When examining the phrase Black Lives Matter, it is crucial to recognize that it does not intend to diminish the value of other life, but rather emphasize the specific challenges faced by black people. The movement seeks to bring attention to the historical and ongoing systemic issues that have led to disparities in many ways. By focusing on black life, the intention is to shed light on the unique struggles and injustice experienced by this specific racial group, with the ultimate aim of achieving justice and equal opportunities for all. So for this debate conversation, Based on 9 points given by both parties, we are confident that Black Lives Matter more, due to the fact of consistent inequality and social injustice towards the black communities. Thank you.
Everyone? So, thank you.
Good morning everyone, my name is AMIR bin BASRI, and today my group and I have chosen the topic who is actual villain in the Devil Wears Prada, Miranda Priestley or Nate Cooper. So I stand before you today to present our team stance on the Devil Wears Prada and the debate surrounding the true villain, Miranda Priestley, portrayed by Meryl Streep. She is a central character in the Devil Wears Prada. She is the powerful and formidable editor-in-chief of Runway, a prestigious fashion magazine. So Miranda is known for her impeccable fashion sense, high standards and intimidating presence within the fashion industry. So she is often seen as an icon and trendsetter, and her opinions hold significant weight in the fashion world. So in the movie, Miranda is emotionally abusive and manipulating by consistently berating and humiliating her assistant, Emily, criticizing her appearance and demeaning her efforts due to her epidemic of cruelty. So Miranda's demanding nature, frequent belittlement, and imposition of impossibly high standards create a toxic work environment, inflicting emotional distress on her subordinates. So her behavior exemplifies emotional abuse and manipulation traits, solidifying her position as a true villain in the story. So Miranda's character is characterized by her demanding and perfectionist nature and her reputation for being difficult to please. So Miranda's complex personality, hidden vulnerabilities, and relentless pursuit of success contribute to debate surrounding her role as the true villain in the story. So thank you, that's all.
The opposition claims Miranda Priestley as the villain. My name is RAFIQ, and my parties we strongly disagree because we think that Nate Cooper is a true villain in this story. Just a quick recap from the movie. The character named Nate Cooper is the boyfriend of the film's protagonist, which struggles to understand and support Andy's side as the main character in this movie. Okay, demanding job in the fashion industry, which leads to conflicts in their relationship. After becoming a hit movie, Anne Hathaway, the person herself, admits that Nate Cooper is the true villain in this film. During an interview on what will happen, hosted by Andy Cohen, Anne also claims that she would never date a man like Nate Cooper because of his unnatural attitude as a boyfriend. Okay, so based on this scenario, it clearly shows that Nate Cooper is the villain, is the actual villain in Devil Wears Prada compared to Miranda Priestley.
Hi, my name is Hamid, and I will explain why Miranda is the true villain. Miranda Priestley is the editor-in-chief of the prominent fashion magazine, perpetuate harmful beauty standard and body image issue. Her influential role in the industry allowed her to shape the portrayal of beauty, often prioritizing neatness and appearance above all else. This contributes to unrealistic beauty idea that negatively impact individuals' self-esteem and body image. Legalization also indirectly reinforce body shaming and unhealthy societal expectations, creating a culture that marginalizes those who don't fit within this rigid character. And by upholding a narrow definition of beauty, Miranda contributes to the development and perpetuation of unrealistic standards to visit, advertisement, and recognition. This constant exposure to limited expectation of beauty instills feeling of inadequacy and pressure for more. Moreover, the influence extends beyond individual, inviting the real social justice and fostering a culture of comparison, self-doubt, and insecurity.
Mr. Arif Ashraf, I do understand your point, but I see it differently because you can see that throughout this movie, how they see and look Miranda's attitude towards Luca. Hello, my name is NORHASIM. It is sad to see that the movie portrays how someone's life at work really is. What can I see is that Miranda, blaming Miranda for perpetuating harmful beauty standards, oversimplifies the issue. The fashion industry is multifaceted activity, influenced by a variety of factors such as consumer preferences, societal expectations, and even the influence of other industry professionals. How Miranda acts to show how real it is when working in that kind of environment where everything needs to be perfect at all times. However, the problem is how the boyfriend is never supportive and always giving negative ideas towards Andrea. Nick's concern and struggles reflect an unnatural response to the challenges posed by Andy's demanding career. He should be there with her girlfriend when her girlfriend is struggling, not being a bad girlfriend to her. Remember the scene where he and the other friends were not giving Andrea her phone back, given the fact that they know how strict she is toward Andy. Maybe Miranda is not the villain at all, but it is him. With that, thank you.
While the opposition raises valid point, my name is AKIMI, or Kimi, it is crucial to consider the moral implication of Miranda grossly emotionally abused in the workplace. Miranda said impossibly high standard undermines her employees' efforts and belittles them, creating a toxic environment of fear and anxiety. For example, she mocking Emily's fashion choice implies and exemplifies her demanding behaviors. Such emotional abuse devalue individuals, damage self-esteem, and perpetuates a cycle of inadequacy. Overlooking this broader implication undermines the detrimental impact of Miranda's action on her subordinate and the overall work environment, stifling growth, creativity, and innovation. Recognizing the significance of emotional abuse is essential to understand that it is lasting effect on individuals and the importance of supportive and nurturing working environments. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kimi. Okay, you want to talk about emotional and mental abuse.
Yes.
How about we talk about lack of empathy? Well, that's true. Hi, my name is RAFIQ, and yes, it can be seen that throughout the movie, she has her own agenda of being the best of the best. Miranda, she wants it all. But maybe her hard work leads to her having little to no empathy, and so is Nate. Nate's self-centeredness and inability to celebrate Andy's success cast doubt on his character and invited scrutiny. At least, when Andrea has survived the poor judgment from Miranda, she was finally being seen due to her efforts and hard work. Of course, this makes Andrea more of a workaholic due to the fact that she wants to show it to Miranda, that she can do it, she can do everything. But because of her supportive boyfriend, oops, what I meant was self-centered boyfriend who is always being negative towards her job, she's always doubting herself, especially with the toxic relationship she's in. Where is the empathy that a partner should give to the loved ones? Isn't that also a mental abuse came from your partner? Nate becomes increasingly resentful as Andy becomes more immersed in the fashion industry. And also, he stated in the movie that he is not 5, but proceeded to be mad to Andrea just because of Andrea's late celebration of his birthday. Clearly that he likes security, does mental abuse towards Andrea, and to be honest, just being a bad boyfriend. Sorry.
Thank you, Mr. RAFIQ. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I do believe that the point made by Mr. RAFIQ really showed that Nate Cooper has aspect of integrity. But AMIRUL today stand before you to argue that Miranda Presley is the actual villain of the Devil Wears Prada. Miranda Presley's manipulative nature, as shown in the Devil Wears Prada, established her as a villain. She consistently playing mind games with her assistants, Andy and also Emily, pitting them against each other and also exploiting their vulnerabilities. Miranda strategically assigned conflicting tasks and also withhold information to keep the dominance and control over Emily and Andy. This manipulative behavior damaged their relationship and also create a hostile work environment. Additionally, Miranda also extended her manipulative nature to the designers, client, colleague, exploiting their weaknesses and fears to ensure her success. For instance, she instilled doubts and anxiety in designers by making last-minute changes in their creation. Miranda calculated and ruthless character displayed through her manipulative tactics, prioritized her agenda at the expense of others' well-being. In conclusion, Miranda Presley's manipulative nature, evident in the mind game and exploitation of vulnerabilities, solidified the status as a true villain. She used manipulation to exert control and maintain power over her assistant and others in the fashion industry. Miranda action damaged and created a hostile work environment built on competition and insecurity. Her calculated manipulation revealed her ruthless nature and the length she is willing to go to ensure her success, making her a formidable antagonist in this film. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Azmeer. I'm HANIS and I couldn't agree more with your point. Naming one character that always associates with being very manipulative is so absurd to me. Yes, I'm not saying that Miranda is not being manipulative to Andy. But I also think that saying Miranda is the only one being manipulative is so wrong. Throughout the movie, we can see how Nate, the so-called lovable boyfriend of Andy, is constantly saying to her to quit her job, even when he knows she really needs the job. There was also a scene where they were drinking and making a toast on having a job that pays rent. But being the manipulative boyfriend he is, aka the real villain in the movie, he continuously manipulates Andy to quit her job and find a new one. Nate's behavior toward Andy can be seen as self-centered and unsupportive. Rather than being a source of encouragement and understanding, he becomes jealous of her success and the sacrifice she makes for her job. Thank you.
I'm sorry, Ms. HANIS, but I want to add some. Their argument failed to consider the lack of empathy demonstrated by Miranda personally. Throughout the movie, Miranda appears to be disconnected from the feelings and the well-being of others, prioritizing her own success and maintaining her powerful image above all else. This lack of empathy is evident in various aspects of her behavior. Okay. Firstly, Miranda's treatment of her staff showcased her lack of concern for their personal challenges and tragedies. For instance, when Emily's father is hospitalized, Miranda dismissed the situation without displaying any genuine empathy or support. This lack of compassion towards her employees' personal struggle highlights her self-centered approach to leadership. Additionally, Miranda demands for constant availability from her staff disregard their needs for personal time and neglect the importance of work-life balance. She expects her employers to be at her beck and call, failing to recognize their own life and responsibility outside of work. This lack of consideration for their well-being further emphasizes her lack of empathy. And lastly, Miranda refusal to compromise or make accommodation for her employees underscore her disregard for their individual needs. Whenever it is denying time for personal obligations or disregarding their suggestion, she demonstrates a lack of empathy and humanity in her leadership style. Her sole focus on her own agenda and maintain her powerful image. Her powerful position prevents her from considering the well-being and happiness of those working under her. That is for me. Thank you.
Good point from the side. Emotional and mental abuse, lack of empathy, being manipulative, that she is. Mr. AKIMI, a pretty decent point from you. Hi, my name is Firdaus. When examining the dynamics of emotional and mental abuse, I think it is important to consider the behavior and actions of the individual involved. In the case of Nate and Andrea, the portrayal of Nate's consistent lack of empathy and his refusal to understand Andy's journey raises significant concern about his role as the potential villain in their relationship. This alone shows how much of a red flag Nate is. Emotional and mental abuse can manifest in various ways, such as manipulation, control, and intimidation. It involves behaviors aimed at diminishing an individual's self-worth, undermining their confidence, and exerting power and dominance over them. To sum up everyone's point, the crucial aspect of emotional abuse with lack of empathy is clearly shown by the abuser, Nate, towards the victim's experience and emotions. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another person, and its absence in Nate's behavior towards Andrea is concerning. Rather than trying to comprehend her journey and provide support, he appears dismissive, unsympathetic, and uninterested. This lack of empathy contributes to an unhealthy dynamic in their relationship and can have detrimental effect on Andrea's emotional and mental state. Furthermore, Nate's unwillingness to understand Andrea's journey suggests a pattern of control and a disregard for her autonomy. It is important for individuals in a healthy relationship to respect each other's experiences, growth, and individuality. I think that's from me. Thank you.
So both parties have stated their point, so we can take some time to finish our session.
Okay, it seems that everyone has had a conclusion. So, I find the debate to be quite intriguing between both sides. Both Miranda Priestley and Nate people have aspect of their character that can be seen as antagonists and potentially villains. So, Miranda emotional abuse manipulation, and lack of empathy certainly paint her as a true villain in this movie, Devil's West Prada. Her action create a toxic work environment and contribute to the perpetuation of unhealthy beauty standards within the fashion industry. These traits align with the typical characteristic of a villain. Ultimately, determining the true villain depends on individual perspective and interpretation. After carefully considering the argument from both sides, I believe that the point given from the opposing sides is to be redundant and not strong enough to prove that mad people is the villain of the movie. However, I do believe that we, our opposing side, have provided a better evidence showing tons of scenes pointing to Miranda as the true villain of the movie. The argument regarding Miranda calculated action, emotional abuse, and also the broader impact she has on the industry carry more weight in solidifying her as the primary antagonist. However, it is important to acknowledge that differing both viewpoints will exist and multifaceted nature of the story allow for various interpretations. I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you for the